This is an easy way to build a V-stem. Now it was time for us to make our cuts. Now the cuts that we're making right here, these are only rough cuts. Afterwards, we'll cut it down to its actual size. Now we start to cut all the pieces that we need. The first two cuts that we made was at 19 inches by 18 inches wide. That's for the front and the back piece. And we also cut two at 19 inches tall by 13 inches wide. That's the two side piece that goes in to the front and the back piece. And for the top and the bottom piece, we cut those at 18 inches by 14 and a half inches. Now I was trying to finish this all in one day. So the door hinges you will see later on is only for right now until a later time. Now you have to sand everything down. Try to make it smooth to the touch. We started off with 120 grit and then we changed over to 220. You can just use the 220 rather than switching over. And then afterward, we took our plywood, we set our jig down, and we made some marks on there to get the center of the plywood. And then we measured from the center of the router bit 4 inches to make an 8-inch hole. Now you can always make your hole at a different size. You don't have to make it at 8 inches wide, but this is what we made ours. Now if you don't have a router, you can always use a jigsaw to make your hole. After we made our circle, we continued to sand, and we also sanded the whole area to make sure that it was smooth to the touch. And we're gonna speed up a little bit here to move on. Now I kind of started putting it together, but I want you to take a look at the inside, what I was doing. Now looking at the inside, you see this little board I put there, a little wood. It's just for right now. I'll just put it to the side, so when I do the next side, they're both the same thing. And I glue it down, and after a while, I'm gonna put some brad nail in the inside and move that piece of 2-inch wood. Now looking at it, when you look at it, it's like a door frame, and that's the other piece I have to glue in and put some brad nails. I also want you to look at the bottom of this and see what I did. I cut a piece of plywood at 16 and a half inches by 13 inches wide, and 2 strips of 2 inches wide by 16 and a half, and the other two 11 and a half by 2 inches, just to give it a little base frame. And this is the piece right here we'll be putting at the bottom of it, just to make it a little more strong and sturdier. And then we started putting everything together, as you can see. Now I'm pretty much finished. I'm just putting everything together, just screwing it together, making it a little tight. And I also want to show you at the bottom again, so you can see. I forgot to tell you about that middle piece. The middle piece that you see right here at the bottom, that's a 2x4 I put there to make it a little stronger. And now we're putting the top also and drilling them together. Most time people leave the top, they use that one as the door. You can if you want to, but I just chose not to. So we're just putting the top together. And after we finish, we'll take a good look at it so you can see how it looks. And when we finished everything also, we also put some Danish oil on there to give it a yellow look. I think there's different things people put on there. You can also put whatever it is that you like or whatever color you want to paint it. I don't know if you should really paint it, but I just left it like it is, just with Danish oil to give it a little yellow look. So this is how it looks. Now remember, you don't have to make a door like I did. You can always just use the top one as your door and just put 2 latches on the top where you can open and close it. Now looking at this, it's just a box. Why would a person want to pay $350 for it? I don't know, when they can build it themselves. But head over to Syntest Leo's workshop for more DIY builds, and press the like and subscribe button for more builds to come.